Hey guys, Jake Vamp.
Big Ben here.
We know we're a little late, but we wanted to watch the series. We don't really have time to do episode by episode
Right.
at the moment. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do kind of a review slash, you know, recap of Wandavision, uh,
Wandavision.
and we might have a little bit of the Winter Soldier and Falcon in here sprinkled in because we are watching that currently as well. Uh, Stay tuned and come join us. All right,
One
guys.
sec.
All right, Ben, man. So the show's over. If you guys hadn't watched WandaVision yet, I suggest you go watch it and then come back and listen to us. Um, what did you think? Why did you think it? And what kind of a rating would you give it overall?
So I'm gonna start with my rating. I'm going to give it a 7,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why. Okay. The There was so much in this show that just didn't pay off. So many, so many things they hinted at. So many things they messed with. For God's sake, they brought in the old Quicksilver and then it turned them into a throwaway boner joke. Like there was no Mr. Fantastic. There was no Mephisto, which I'm fine with the no Mephisto thing, but there was no, like, I don't know. A lot, they like teased a lot of things, and in the end, nothing really changed.
See, I think that was kind of the point, personally. Like,
Maybe, but
like the whole Quicksilver thing, I thought that was fucking great. I thought it was hilarious how they brought in, they practically made fun of the Fox universe. Like, I thought that was great.
I thought they could have. I don't know. They should have paid that off better. You know what I mean? That she pulled a Quicksilver from another universe would have been much better.
Would it though? Like, it wouldn't have played into the show at all. Like, there was no other universe
It could have
thing
been
that
what's the
they.
name's manipulation. Like
Right, but I mean,
he comes in, he gets hexed. Freaking. Then he has to go play the part of Wanda's brother, even though he's like,
I don't know. I think that's where you got your own expectations and stuff. Because I thought it
that
was
could
fucking.
be,
I,
that could be.
I thought it was fucking great. I thought it was hilarious that his name was Boner. I thought it was hilarious that. So it gave so many nods. Obviously everything couldn't have come true and everything couldn't have been what it was and all this stuff. There were always nods and Easter eggs. That's what they were. That's what I think made it so great. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of a
Wow,
TV
you
TV
really liked
show.
it.
I
That's
fucking loved it from episode
super
one,
great.
dude. Huh?
Yep. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying I wish it would have paid off a little better for me on the.
I totally understand. I get a lot of people are saying that they wished it paid off, but for me, it paid off. Like, I don't give a shit. I mean, think of it like this, okay? The toaster. That was a that what paid off to be a part of what was going on in the world. You
Right,
know,
right.
that was the bomb. You know, I loved the attention to detail in every single little episode that they did with the time period that they were in, the show that they were copying. I'm not a huge fan of The Office or Modern Family or any of that, but they fucking nailed it to the T, which is one reason why I don't like those shows is because they look like amateur camera filming and they're like constantly zooming in, constantly
Right.
zooming in. It's like, you know, and I don't like that form of filming. So I don't really like those shows. But WandaVision nailed it. Nailed it. And then just the little Easter eggs that they nailed were just fucking amazing. Yeah, they were hinting at different things, but I think it will end up paying off maybe later on in the future or whatever the case may be. And who knows?
Like,
They can always rewrite the whole Frank Boner thing.
well,
But
somebody said something in a Twitter feed. One of the people that keep an eye on this character because it might be more than meets the eye or something.
yeah, I mean it's possible. But
It's
honestly,
excellent actor.
he is a great actor. I did not care for his Quicksilver though.
Well, that might have been a Fox Universe thing, but I've been watching him since the American Horror Stories.
Yeah, no, he's a great actor, man.
Yeah.
He is definitely. I might email him his manager too, because that'd be
Hell
great.
yeah.
Probably
Hell
couldn't
yeah.
afford him, but we'll see. You know.
Yep.
But I
like,
tell you what I
felt
loved
like-
about the show was that it did give all these hints and nods and Easter eggs to all these people, and it didn't pay off. But I mean, it's a fucking TV show that they're spending millions of dollars on already. You know,
It's
people
basically
thought that-
the story
that,
of how she gets the Dark
from-
Hold book.
huh?
It's the story of how she gets the Darkhold book. But honestly, I felt that this was their opportunity to bring mutants and mutations into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think that was the biggest reason I was disappointed is that they didn't.
They did that.
And they were bringing in mutants and stuff, but there was a boner instead of a mutant. Like,
No, they did bring in mutants. Yeah.
What do you mean? No.
Yeah. Wanda is a mutant.
But Wanda was born a witch, not a mutant.
Wanda was born with powers. What does that make her?
Natural born witch and not a mutant.
A mutant.
Because of
Because
a
she has
gene
chaos
in her
power. She has chaos powers that she's born with. Mutants are born with powers. Doesn't matter what you call them, a witch, a warlock, Quicksilver, whatever. They were born with these powers. That makes them a mutant.
No, see, according to the other chick, the powers would have gone away if not for contact with an Infinity Stone.
No. The powers would have gone away.
She said it would have withered on the
Or
vine.
withered if she had not practiced them. Okay? Which, in pretty much any mutant, if you don't know you have a power and you never used it, is it worth anything? Did you know what I'm saying? Like, if Wolverine never got killed or injured or whatever, would he still be a mutant later on? You know? I mean, that's kind of a question for any
Right.
mutant, not just a witch.
Right. Do you have the X gene? And see, and this was actually a big storyline in the Marvel Universe. Like, okay, so they create the Sentinels to round up mutants, right?
Yeah.
Well, then somebody gets the idea, right, to end mutants altogether by stopping them from being born, by finding people who have the X gene and killing them before they have kids.
Yeah.
Well, they attack almost all of humanity.
Well, I'm just saying they set it up to me they paid it off by saying that Wanda is a mutant because she was born with the power. Yes, the Infinity Stone enhanced it.
They didn't say the M word.
They didn't what?
They didn't say the M word.
Mutants?
Yeah.
No, they didn't say it yet, but they will. They will. Monica Rambeau, she got her powers through the hex. You know, I mean, they did a lot of stuff here, and I think you guys that say they didn't pay off are kind of hanging on the wrong things, and you're just going to be disappointed from this point forward because
like running on a treadmill, like it was great, and you kept running and running and running, and you all this stuff, and at the end, you basically got off at practically the same spot you got on at.
I disagree. I just completely disagree. We got White Vision, you know.
Right.
It was awesome. We got more. We did get more questions, but we also got a lot closer to the Doctor Strange movie, and who could possibly be the villain of that. You know, I mean, like again, we got a new superhero out of it.
That's true.
You know, we got so many mentions of like Captain Marvel and you know, possibly the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've got all these things that are coming out of this show and that are linked to this show in such a small show. Like, they wasn't 45 minutes long like Captain and the Winter Soldier was, because it had so much special effects, CG that they had to do, so it cost a lot of money. So you just got to look at it from a financial point too. Is they couldn't pay all that stuff off. They wrote in a lot of Easter eggs. They paid, to me, they paid it off perfectly.
They kind of promised they would.
You know, they explained everything pretty much. They explained her accent, like because it kept coming and going. Like the more pissed off she became, her Russian accent came back, you know, which I love, because that validates my point when people would argue with me about how she lost her accent and stuff. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course she lost her accent. She's been in America for fucking ever, you know?
Yeah.
I'm Southern. I don't have a Southern accent.
Yeah.
I never really have. But if I go back to Mississippi, I get that little twang in my voice sometimes. Or if I talk to somebody Southern longer than a couple of minutes, I get that twang. But so that just validated my argument there, you know, as to, you know, no shit. You know, people lose their accents.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've known that. You know, I've known people. They move off to Britain, they come back, they're pip pip cheerio.
Yeah, well,
you know,
words they're used to using. They explained why it was Evan Peters. You know, which is great. I think that was hilarious. Like, oh, your brother's body is halfway across the country. I'm not gonna just bring and do necromancy and bring your. I fucking loved it, and I'll tell you why. Because comic book movies tend to be a lot like comic books, where nobody ever fucking dies. You know. So, I actually liked that. You know.
Right.
The whole Evan Peters could come back as Quicksilver any day of the week. He's a great actor. I did enjoy his version of Quicksilver here in the WandaVision. But in the X-Men movies, I just didn't care for him. Maybe it was because of the atmosphere or what.
I thought he was the best part of the movies, honestly.
I'm not going to argue with you there, but I didn't care for it. But I felt like that they paid everything off as much as they should have. Yeah, there were hints here and there, but to me, they did a great job with it, and hopefully they'll bring us more with the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which has been really good so far.
Yes. They're getting ready to talk to some Zemo.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a mistake to me, but whatever.
Hey, you know what? They fuck up a lot. They fuck up a lot in this show. I mean, you give the Captain Shield to somebody that shouldn't have it. And,
right? You know, Kurt Russell's kid, of all people.
Bitter beer face. When he's in the cap.
I'm gonna bitter beer face. Right? America. He's a douche. Douchebag.
Anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it here. Let us know what you thought about WandaVision, if you agree with me, if you agree with Ben. If you just did not like it at all. I heard a lot of people saying they didn't like it from the start, and then they started getting into it, but that's because they didn't really understand the where they were going with the TV shows and stuff. Like, they didn't get the cheesiness of the beginning of it, which I fucking loved the cheesiness of it, because you know, I grew up with those shows and shit. So
yeah, exactly. We're old. So,
but let us know in the comments if you guys want to get some behind the scenes action with us, know what's going on in our lives and what we're working on. Hit up the Patreon for just $3 a month. You can get decals and you can get some behind the scenes shit that's pretty fucking awesome. You'll get your name on the show. You know, we'll do some great stuff. All right. If you don't want to do any of that stuff, what's that?
I said we would like to thank these people. Oh wait, there's nobody yet.
Nobody giving our shit away. I could have made up names and put them up there. Anyway,
right?
Hit up jakevamp.com over here for some awesome apparel and merch, the book. And guys, once we hit 5,000 subs, check it out. We're going to be giving one of these bad boys over here away. So make sure you share, motherfucker. Share.
Is caring.
It's caring. Believe it or not, it is caring. Anyway, guys. Peace.
Hey guys, if you like that video, make sure to like and subscribe and click here for more. And if you don't, Jake won't feed me anymore. So please make sure you do.